of the contenders for funniest bit of dialogue in 2019 definitely has to be in Little Women, and it's the scene where somebody says, "Joe, we don't compare grandfathers." Watch this movie and you guys will understand what I'm saying. Hey up guys, so today's film that I'm talking about is the latest film from Greta Gerwig. It's of course Little Women. Greta Gerwig is the woman responsible for crafting one of my favourite coming of age dramedies ever. That was Lady Bird. It came out a few years ago. That came directly from Greta Gerwig's head. She wrote and directed that film. Her newest film is obviously an adaptation of Louisa May Alcott's classic novel Little Women, but again, this is a female coming-of-age story, just set in a very different time period, the 19th century, during and after the events of the Civil War. The film is centered around the four March sisters. There's Jo, played by Saoirse Ronan, there's Meg, played by EmmaWatson, there's Amy, played by Florence Pugh, and there's Beth, played by Eliza Scanlen. And the story essentially chronicles their transition from young girls into Little Women, if you will. I guess it would be young women, but yeah, we'll go with what Alcott wrote. The film explores their sisterhood, their passions, where they view their place in society. Meg wants to find a nice husband, live in a lovely house and have some kids. Jo is more forthright and ambitious, trying to get her stories published, but it's a very male-dominated culture at the time, so there's a lot of barriers in place to stop her from achieving her dreams. Jo and her sister Amy also share the affections of their neighbour Laurie, who's played by Timothée Chalamet. The film is an examination of what it meant to be a woman during this period in time, which we've seen done before, but there's something quite sparky about Gerwig's interpretation. It's the same je ne sais quoi I felt whilst watching Lady Bird. It's very humorous, and there are moments where it is a little bit silly. The book in which this film is based off is from a very different period of history, so the content of the story does feel a little bit stodgy in places. Some of the messages are a bit outdated for a post-feminist audience, but Gerwig's modern voice is still here in this adaptation. I found this interpretation of Little Women quite refreshing. Gerwig has this uncanny ability to show the joy in the messiness of life. It's probably what attracted Gerwig to make a film adaptation of the book, because the characters are predominantly female, they're complex, but there's an innate sweetness to the story. The casting is pitch perfect. This is without a doubt one of the best ensembles of the year. Everyone fits their role like a glove. Saoirse Ronan's Jo has... I thought I dropped my phone! Oh my god! It's fine, no. It was just bad neighbours. Ah, god! My heart just sank. You could probably see it in my face because my phone is new. Oh, thank god. Right, let's continue. Saoirse Ronan's Jo has some parallels to her character from Lady Bird in the sense that she's non-conforming and very opinionated. She's wonderful here. Florence Pugh is a scene stealer as Amy. Chalamet, good god, perfection as Laurie. There was this one moment which I'm sure someone out there is going to make into a gif, and then all he does is just involuntarily smile, and even I felt weak in the knees when he did that. The sets, the costumes, and the score are all ravishing. Gerwig also took a gamble in the way that she structured the film. Instead of following a linear narrative like the novel, she uses paralleling flashbacks to punctuate certain moments in the girls' lives. For the most, it works very well, but one minor gripe I had is that there were a couple occasions where it wasn't very clear if we were in the past or the present. That's really all I have in terms of negatives. So let's ask the three questions. Would I watch this again? Yep, absolutely adore this film. It's gonna get rewatched. Adding it to the collection as well. Question number 2, am I going to recommend it for you guys? Definitely. This is an exquisitely made film. Everybody in it is brilliant. It's a period film that's totally accessible. It's very funny. And there's even a couple moments where Greta Gerwig pulls the rug out from underneath you. One is absolutely heartbreaking, and the other is almost like a mockery of rom-com cliches. It's brilliant. And question number 3, what score am I going to give out of 10? Little Women confirms that Greta Gerwig's success with Lady Bird wasn't a fluke. She is one of the best directors we have working right now, and it gives me great pleasure to say Little Women gets a score of 10 out of 10. There we go guys, that was my review of Little Women, but as always, this is just one bloke's opinion. I'd love to hear from you guys. What did you guys think of Greta Gerwig's Little Women? My quick question for you guys today is, who was your favourite performance in this film? Because I think everyone's going to have a different answer. So many great performances. Who was your favourite? Whatever you think, sure let me know in that comment section down below. If you guys have enjoyed this, hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to click subscribe. And if you want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram, all those links are down in that video description below. Thanks so much for watching, guys. For more things related to movies, TV, and popcorn culture, I'm Luke Airfield, and I'll see you next time.